Hey guys, I'm Alastair from Trail and Kale, and this is my Nike Pegasus Trail 4 Gore-Tex review. Now, if you're not familiar with the Pegasus Trail series of trail running shoes, they are very much a door-to-trail shoe, all-terrain if you really want to transition from roads to light trails. So they're not designed for technical trail running by any means, but if you do want to just do some light trails, maybe some park runs, buffed, hard-packed terrain, nothing too jaggedy with sharp rocks sticking out or slippy roots and slippy rocks and stuff like that, and you might want to just do some road running, then these are the shoes for you. And being Gore-Tex means they are very much waterproof, and it comes with a few more additions to the shoe which I'll go over in this review. Let's go over some of the key statistics very quickly. They cost $160. They fit true to size, so just go with your usual sizing and you should be happy with that. And they are medium width as well, so if you've got wide feet, these might not be for you, but if you've got wider than average feet, they'll be fine. And then finally, they've got a 9.5mm drop from heel to toe, and they weigh 9.8 ounces, which is pretty good for a Gore-Tex running shoe. Now, if you watched or read my Nike Pegasus Trail 4 review, you will know I really like that shoe for kind of what it was designed to do. I didn't like it in terms of its capability on anything too technical, which are a lot of the trails I like to run most of the time. And I didn't like it in terms of the direction Nike has taken the Pegasus Trail series. Because I really enjoyed the first Pegasus 36 Trail. And then it's kind of been going a little bit downhill since then in terms of performance and what it's capable of. It's clearly targeting people who just want a light trail runner for everyday trail running on nothing too technical, and that's absolutely fine. But the Pegasus Trail 4 Gore-Tex does have some updates. I'm going to go over that now. Firstly, in terms of how it feels, it somehow feels better. It feels more stable. It doesn't have that kind of instability on lateral roll whilst running on slightly more technical trail like I've been doing today. So I prefer how the React midsole feels in the Gore-Tex, and I believe they must have lowered the stack height to be able to get that nice feel. And also it has now introduced an improved or just modified upper with Gore-Tex materials, which makes it waterproof and keeps water out. And if you have a look here, that's this material here. So it's not raining today clearly, but this will keep water out, and one issue with that is it's not quite as breathable because of that. I'll go over that in just a second in some of the key areas for improvement. But what I do like back here is a built-in gaiter of sorts. It helps stop splash water coming in the shoe, but also trail debris. It can't get in past this, it will get stopped and kept out. And that's a really nice feature for anyone who does run on trails, and especially in the wet, and they don't want that dirt getting in the shoe. So that's some of the main aesthetic and key feature differences between this Gore-Tex version and the standard version. Now I'm going to go over some of the key features that I really like about the Nike Pegasus Trail 4 Gore-Tex. Firstly, I'm going to go back to how it feels. It just feels really comfortable. The React midsole is nice and plush. Not a huge amount of response, by the way, I'll go over that in just a second. But it feels plush and really comfortable, and I think beginner, intermediate runners are really just going to enjoy that. It will feel good on those easy trail run days where you just want to bag some mileage, whilst at the same time recover. Maybe you've had a more challenging run in a week and you just want to go out, have some fun on the trails, nothing too technical, and just get some recovery miles in. They're perfect for that. The 9.5mm drop from heel to toe feels really good. In the Pegasus Trail 4, don't know why, but that just felt much higher. I'm not sure what they've done in this Gore-Tex version, but it just feels more stable and less like I'm being forced up at the heel, and that's basically what you want on a trail shoe. You don't want to be running with your foot like this. The lower you can make that drop, the better in terms of how much control you're going to have on the trails, because it's a more natural footfall. The next thing I really like then is the upper. The upper feels really nice. It's not particularly hot today, so like I was saying before, it is made out of Gore-Tex materials, which makes it waterproof. The very nature of that means that it's not going to be as breathable, so your feet will heat up if you are running in these shoes on a hot summer's day. But they're not designed for that. They're waterproof running shoes designed to be worn in a wet. So just be aware, if you do want to wear them as your #1 trail running shoe, then they aren't the most breathable and your feet might get quite hot on a hot day. That said, the upper is just super comfortable. I really like how they feel. The lacing system works really well and stays in place. It's got a nice loop here for slipping them on, and also a finger loop at the rear as well. So they're very easy to get on. It creates a nice snug fit as well. So a thumbs up from the upper and the midsole. And now I'm just going to really quickly talk about the things I like about the outsole, because the tread pattern on there is nice and fairly aggressive. Not the deepest of lugs. It gives you good grip going down hills. Do be aware though, the rubber compound that Nike Trail uses on their trail running shoes at the moment isn't the best on slick, wet rocks. So if you do have that kind of terrain where you live, these probably won't be for you. But on dry, dusty, dirt, dry rock type stuff, they're fine. But like I said, it's not like the Vibram Mega Grip or On's Mission Grip right now. It's just not there yet. But I believe the next version of Nike Trail shoes might be integrating a better rubber compound. Let's wait and see, shall we? If you're enjoying this review, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more running shoe reviews just like this one. Now, if you're not familiar with Trail and Kale yet, we're a website designed to help you run your best. And that's through our free training plans, running shoe reviews just like this one, and also some running 101 advice as well. So definitely go check it out after watching this video. That leads me straight onto some of the features that I believe could be improved. Let's start where we finished on the things that I liked. Let's start with the outsole. That rubber compound does need replacing. It's just not that good on slick rock, which means it's not a complete all-terrain running shoe, because I can't take it on all terrains. I can only take it on, say, 80% of the trails I might want to run. And like I said before, this running shoe is really built for light trails and nothing too technical, so most trail runners probably won't even notice this because they won't be tackling that type of terrain. Next up, the next point then is the upper. So I said I really like the upper, but the one thing is it's not very breathable, so if you are going to be wearing these shoes in warm climates, your feet might feel it and they might start overheating a little. But again, not designed for that. They are really for running in the wet, cold conditions where you do want warmer feet and dry feet. So even though it's a little bit of a con, it's a little bit harsh of me to say those things. Doesn't stop me anyway, does it? And then the third and final thing I believe could be improved, the Pegasus Trail series, Gore-Tex included. That's the midsole, React foam. It's very soft and plush, gives you a really nice soft cushioned ride. But if you want more response out of a shoe, I feel you need to get some of that Zoom units or Zoom foam in these shoes just to help give it some extra spring. That will give you a little bit more zip in your step and probably a faster ride because of it. Alright, let's close out this review then. Are the Nike Pegasus Trail 4 Gore-Tex worth the money? Are they worth buying? Well, I'm going to have to say yes. $160, that's very reasonable for a Gore-Tex trail running shoe. There's a lot of great features in here. They're not perfect running shoes by any means, but if you are someone who wants one pair of running shoes to be able to run on the roads and the trails in adverse weather conditions, whether it's cold or if it's raining, or you're not sure if it's going to rain and you don't want to get caught in the rain with a pair of shoes that just can't handle that kind of weather, then these shoes are going to be for you, $160. I think they look great as well. They perform very well in the scenarios that I mentioned in this review. Not every scenario. I think they're definitely worth the money, and yes, I recommend giving them a go. Well, thanks for tuning in and watching this Nike Pegasus Trail for Gore-Tex review. If you enjoyed it, please do give it a like. Subscribe to our channel for more running shoe reviews just like this one. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Peace.